Yo, what up, peeps? It's a Greg Alba here with Brianne from Hit or Miss Movies, or Miss Movies. There's Miss Movies?
Not Miss Movies.
Everyone says Hit or Miss Movies.
Well, it was Hit or Miss.
She is the Miss Movies. Yo, there's a legacy featurette for Pirates of the Caribbean. Have you seen any of the trailers for this?
I've not seen a single trailer.
You haven't seen a single trailer?
No.
Well, we're gonna launch you into the featurette called Legacy.
Ooh.
Before we do that though, we recently launched a Patreon, and one of our lovely patrons, Mark Miller Palin, says he has a son that watches this channel as well.
Oh.
This is a great father and son bonding channel, I'll give you that much. You don't want a father and daughter, women don't like this channel too much.
I like this channel.
I think
I'm a woman.
I think, like, yeah, you're one of the 10. His son is Xander Eric Miller. They're from North Carolina. Xander Eric. That sounds like Magneto and Professor X. Because Xavier, well, it's Xander. Okay. Eric is Magneto.
I like that you made that connection, and quickly.
Miller, Mark Miller, writer of Kick-Ass and a bunch of other comics.
They had nothing to do with the
They
Miller
had nothing
part,
to do with the Miller part or the
Xander's
not even Xavier. But cool name, man. Any name that starts with an X.
Xander? I was gonna say with an X.
Yeah, any name that starts with an X. That's badass. You're a badass kid. I hope your dad is okay with me saying the word ass.
Well, we don't know how old he is. He could be, 17.
It's true.
Who knows?
Who knows? Or it could be 4.
Yeah.
In which case, Mark Miller, you are a horrible parent. Alright, let's watch this. Sorry, I haven't seen any of the actual trailers, but whatever. It's Elizabeth Swann.
You believe in pirates, of course. If you look here, you get the view that the audience gets.
Oh, cool! Whoa!
You best start believing in ghost stories. You're in one.
The Pirates franchise is wonderful characters caught up in this magical, fantastic world. We took a movie about a ride and a movie that's about pirates, and the combination of those two just captured everybody's imagination and became a huge success.
Welcome to the Caribbean, lad.
The fan base for Pirates of the Caribbean has become massive over the years.
Oh yeah.
And Johnny as Jack Sparrow,
So
I just think he's extraordinary.
He created this fantastic character who became kind of an icon that everybody loves.
Kind of.
I have such fond memories of the first 3, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger.
When you watch the films, you get this feeling, this sensation that anything can happen.
Really? Might be overhyping it a little.
Jack Sparrow. Do you know this pirate?
This new Pirates movie has new characters that is going to bring a new flavor and a different dimension to one of the most powerful franchises of all time.
The dead have taken command of the sea.
This movie is so fresh, so different, so scary. It's a whole reinvention of the Pirates movie.
Pirates life.
Yeah, I really like the other trailers for this movie. This video did its job incredibly well, because, I mean, going over everything, I was like, you know what? Even though I don't really like part 3, I especially don't like part 4, I really do dig 1 and 2 a lot, especially 1.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people are very iffy about 2. I feel like I have to defend it whenever I bring up that I really like.
I feel like it's on that steady decline. Like 1 was the peak, and then...
Well, 2 goes darker, and then 3 goes really dark and dull.
3 went to parts where I was like, I'm sorry, what's happening? Like, why am I asking this on a Pirates film? What this did well was show the ride, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, that was cool seeing like you were telling me before we filmed.
I was.
About how people were upset about all the, at first, of all the Pirates of the Caribbean movie inclusions in the inclusions. That's a word.
Yeah, inclusion. Yes.
This guy, the vocabulary.
That was the last ride that I believe was still intact that Disney did himself. Like, he put it together and he designed it. Other rides that he designed had already been like redone or refinished or something, or changed a little bit, but that was the last one left that was still his original design. So once they put that in, people were like, no, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Supposedly, that's the story I heard, so I could be wrong. I'm sure you'll let me know, because when someone's wrong, you just tell them.
I knew, yeah. I do remember people just having an immediate kind of backlash towards the idea of them just, I don't know, I feel like people get annoyed when they're like, oh my god, they're movie franchising the ride.
Changes in general,
upset
people get scared of.
Yeah, definitely.
Or just things that are different.
Absolutely.
But what doesn't scare me is when Johnny Depp goes as Jack Sparrow to Disneyland, which he did this past week, or the week before, depending on when this comes out, or when you're watching this, and he was on the ride, like in the ride, and he was doing some like monologues, and people were like, "Is that Johnny Depp?" Wait, it is.
Did you watch the actual YouTube videos?
I watched the videos.
I watched a few too.
I didn't see any like professional videos.
That's what was cool about it.
Yeah,
it was cool because they just knew people. Really, dog? Really?
Yes, really.
You have no idea how many times Brianne and I have had to make adjustments on the camera during this one Pirates video. No. And now this is happening. They didn't have like camera crews, hidden cameras set up or anything. They just knew that people would be recording this and it would be promoting itself on the internet. It would make movie articles and shit because he was just doing a thing for the fans. It was like it's a clever, personal
He likes to, he's done that before. It's not the first time he's done it. He's dressed up as Jack Sparrow a lot. This is the one thing I like about Johnny Depp as a person. The one thing. He also, I guess, was on the outside of the ride too, like up in like a trellis area or something like that, and talking to everyone as well. Yeah, and like you see all these phones. Which is kind of cool when you see everyone's phones, like just that look of it. Anyways.
Well, it looks like he's getting his health back. I mean, I know with all those allegations that happened, you know, we don't have to get too into it, but I remember at that time I was like, whoa, Johnny Depp gained a lot of weight. Like, it was like, he gained a shit ton of weight. But now when I see him in like interviews and stuff, he looks like he's back to a skinnier, healthier version of himself. Either way, the movie looks like a total fun thing.
And that one character has got to be Elizabeth Swann and Will Turner's daughter.
Good, you got the names right.
Son.
Yeah, yes.
I can't.
It looks, honestly, in this little, you know, when like a YouTube video ends and they have like all the suggested on the video, he does look like a girl.
He looks like, well, he looks like Orlando Bloom a lot.
Yeah, with the skin of Elizabeth Swann.
He is actually their child.
Yeah, he's a real child.
Guys, they conceived a child.
18 years in the making, they produced a child for the 5th round.
The ultimate method.
Yeah. They revealed in 2 trailers for confirming that Elizabeth Swann will be in it, and Orlando Bloom, Will Turner will also be in it. I don't know if they're going to be in it throughout. They're probably going to have a scene or 2. Yeah. Probably like some
Thanks for that sprinkling.
Yeah. Let's just throw them in there so we can put it on the trailer. That's what I feel like their role's gonna play. He is the son of them, then it would make a lot more sense to have them in the film as something vital in it. But as far as this legacy featurette goes, it does get me excited. I'm like, you know, I've seen all the Pirates movies. I remember how exciting the first one was and how like that was #1 at the box office for like 6 straight weeks. It was crazy. And I remember I went on like the 5th week and the theater was still jam-packed. It was a phenomenon. Launched Johnny Depp into blockbuster stardom. I had a huge crush on Keira Knightley. I know, right? It was like decades it took him to finally get there.
Well, I mean, like, he was always there.
He's always there. But I feel like that was when everyone was like, oh yeah, Johnny Depp's done a lot of work. Because I remember watching Pirates 1 and then...
He stopped slumming it with that one guy.
Timmy?
Yeah.
Timmy. I call him Timmy. Because when I saw Pirates 1, I remember watching it going, holy shit, that's the guy who played Edward Scissorhands and Donnie Brasco. It dawned on me in the middle of watching this, like, this guy's a method actor. Like, this guy's done a wide variety of roles, and he's great in every one of them. And then after this is when decline started happening with performances. But this looks like he's back. I mean, I know you didn't see the fourth one. Fourth one was the most upsetting to me. Okay. Primarily because...
Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, she ruined the whole film. Not only was the film rather dull, but he seemed like he just didn't give a shit anymore. It in. Oh yeah, it was like the definition of Johnny Depp is now doing an impersonation of Jack Sparrow. It's been quite a while since the fourth one. Like, considering how sequels and franchises work for big blockbusters like this, it's been quite a while. It seems like he gives a shit again. I'm looking at the performances in the trailer and stuff, like, it seems like he's a lot more invested. These directors come from the Marco Polo show on Netflix. It's written by Jeff Nathanson, who's done a lot of really funny films. So I have a lot of faith that this one's gonna kill it. And yeah, I've invested 4 movies in. I'm gonna watch this one too.
Right. I'll probably still not see the 4th and just
probably. I don't think you.
Because that's what I do. I skip around. I start in the middle sometimes. Yeah. It just depends on a franchise, really. You
know, I don't really touch on this too much when I've seen the other trailers, but Javier Bardem, I don't know. It just, he seems like, you know, Pirates villain to me. He doesn't seem like doesn't seem that stand out. Like, it doesn't seem like he's that unique to me. However, I feel like it's Javier Bardem. He's probably going to do something surprising with the role that will be a lot of fun. He's probably going to chew up the scenery in his crazy looking makeup. Anyway, let's move on with our lives. I'm Greg. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Do 2 things to make sure you're notified. Because if you just subscribe, it does nothing. It just increases this flashy subscriber count, apparently. That's why we get these views. Adpocalypse, people! Hey, Brianne is on Miss Movies on YouTube. Miss Movies on Twitter. But don't get it confused with her Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah, those are different.
It's Miss _movies.
Sorry, guys.
To get that correct, okay? Yeah. Make sure to follow her everywhere.
MissMovies.net has all me all the time. What do you know? It's my network.
You have a .net?
Yeah, I was hoping for a .com. But
I didn't know you had a website.
I do. I write stuff there.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
What? Brianne, I'm learning new things about you every other month. And shout out again to Xander. Beautiful son of Mark. Xander Cage. Good luck.
Xander Cage! Yeah!
That's his new name for me, about how many kids at school call you Xander Cage.
I'm sure.
If any of your friends at school watch this, have them call you Xander Cage. It's a cooler name than Eric. Well, that's my therapist's name. Eric.
Cool.
I won't tell you his last name. But it kind of sounds like a Nemiroff name.